Hi guys, this is just going to be a good little mobility strength routine just to maybe for someone a little bit lighter day or a rest day to just make you feel good, or someone who's just trying to build up strength to get to somewhere higher. All right, so let's just start with a twist. Nice deep breaths. Good. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. Let's change it so we're actually bringing that back hand to the opposite hip and look over your shoulder. Good. Core's engaged, nice and strong. Always remembering that nothing should hurt. If anything hurts, please stop. You know your body. Look after it, all right? Should feel good. 2, 1. Excellent. Let's do side bend, side to side. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Good. One more each side. Good. Beautiful. Both arms. Deep breath in. Exhale. Let it go. Good. Deep breath in. Exhale. Good. This time we're going to add a roll. Full body roll all the way down to the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to the thighs. Soft knees. Open heart comes down, then around as much as possible on the way up. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Open heart comes forward. Soft knees. Make sure you're hinging at the hips. Then tuck the chin. Start to tuck the tailbone and slowly roll up the spine, one vertebrae at a time, like you're doing a zipper, all the way up. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Soft knees, open heart, lengthen down. And then slowly, really tucking, trying to feel each vertebrae at its own time coming up. Shoulders and head are heavy till the last minute, and then they roll back and stack on top. Beautiful. We're just going to do some gentle neck circles. Good. Like I said, this is just a good feel-good mobility with a little bit of core strength. Other direction, mixed in. Good. Coming back to center. Let's reach one hand behind you to the opposite hip. Nice and tall, shoulder relaxed. Just gently drop your ear towards your shoulder. Deep breaths. Good. One more here. And then as you exhale, just gently moving your gaze down towards your armpit. Just feeling the stretch move to a little bit different position in the neck. The hand is never pulling on the neck. It's just very gentle traction. Good. Then carefully back up. Again, just repositioning the hand just a little bit. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Good. Slowly drift your gaze back to neutral and come back up to center. Other side. So again, the arm comes across towards the hip. Standing tall, nice and proud. Keeping the shoulder relaxed. Relax. Just bring the ear towards the shoulder. Good, then slowly, just being careful of the sensations as you look towards your armpits. Trying to keep your belly button scooped inward and gently upward the entire time. Good, bring your gaze towards the front wall and then very gently up. Kind of like you're trying to move your chin away from the shoulder. Deep breaths. Good, slowly bringing back to neutral. Coming back up. Good, really having nice posture. We're going to roll forward and circle. Forward and circle. Big circle with the shoulders, then the arms. Good, one more. Good, let's reverse it. Big circles. Good, feel all the ranges of the motion. The shoulders go down and forward, up and back and down. Good. Good. One more time. Awesome. Then we're going to stand with our feet about hip width apart, and I'm going to circle my arm back, and I'm going to watch my thumb as it goes back behind me. Good. Let's try one on the other side. Watch the thumb. It's a nice gentle rotation of the spine. Good. Let's do 5 more each side. 1, 2. Good. Inhale to start the circle. 3. Exhale to finish the circle. Abs are strong. Watching that thumb. Good. Second last one. Last one. Beautiful. Let's bring the shoulder arms out to the side and just go into internal and external rotation at the shoulder. I usually just call this serving arms. So you're looking over the palm that's facing up, trying to rotate the upper arm as far as you can in the opposite direction each time. 4, 3, 2, good. Last one. Come back to center, shake it out. We are going to some hip circles. So feet about hip width. We're just going to bend the knees softly and just rotate hip circles. 3, 4, nice smooth circles. 5, good. We're gonna come back up to center and we're just gonna do, imagining we're stepping over the gate for some hip mobility. 2, over the gate, back over. 3, good. Core is nice and strong and stable. 4, 5, good. We're gonna do hip circles the other way. So just circling the hips. I feel where I'm tight on the sides, just trying to make it nice and smooth as possible, stretching through those tight spots. Good. Settling up back to center. Let's go over the gate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. We're just going to go to the knees now. Some knee bends. So we're just going to go 2 little squats and stand. So little knee bends and stand. Good. 3, 2, 1. Standing tall and testing out our balance here for a moment. I feel like I might be a little close, so let's go back. And rotating the ankles. About 3, 2, 1. Other direction. 3, 2, 1. Good. Other side. Turning the ankle. 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Just shaking that out. Excellent. Good. Bringing your feet close together if you can, with the insides of the feet touching one another. Good. We're just going to release the arms, open the heart, scoop the belly inward and upward. Inhale, reach up, hands go up. Exhale, we're going to open the heart. Bring the hands down to the legs or the floor. Just tuck the chin. Good. Inhale, flat back. So lengthen from the tail to the head. Then exhale, scoop the belly to the spine and come forward again. Shoulder blades sliding towards your pelvis. Good. Firm the thighs, press the legs deep into the floor, scoop the belly. Inhale, call it a reverse swan dive up. Exhale, release down. Good. Let's go again. Inhale, lengthen to the sky. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Belly to the spine, hands to the legs or the floor, tucking your chin. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hinging again. Dropping the heels into the floor, lifting the belly to the spine. Inhale, firm the thighs, arms come wide and up. Exhale, hands come down. Good. This time we're going to go to child's pose. Inhale up. Exhale, scoop the belly, hands come down to the legs or the floor. Tuck your chin. Inhale, lengthening, nice flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, stepping or hopping back. We're just going to come down to child's pose. Letting your knees come as far apart as they need to so that you can rest your forehead towards the floor. Your toes are together. Nice and wide through the collarbone, through the upper back. Deep breaths, energy reaching through the fingertips. Good. Inhale, we're going to come back up, stepping or hopping our feet between our hands. Exhale, hinging forward, drawing the belly to the spine. Inhale, arms come wide and up. Exhale, hands float down. Good. Inhale, prayer to the sky. Exhale, open the heart and swan dive down. Hands to the legs or the floor. Tuck your chin. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the floor. We can step or hop back into child's pose. Deep breaths into the back of the rib cage. Good. Let's slowly walk the hands around to one side. Good, and around to the other side. Good, let's come back to center. Let's come up onto all fours, hands right under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. Make sure your elbows are soft. We're just going to do a cat-cow here, so just rounding, it's like waves going through the spine. Rounding, nose to your tailbone, and then keeping the abdominals supporting your back, but lengthening out and upwards into a gentle extension. Feel how the exhale naturally rounds the spine, and the spine naturally lengthens on the inhale. Good. Exhale, rounding up. Feel the shoulder blades separate. Inhale as you lengthen. Imagine the shoulder blades moving down towards the back pocket on your pants. Good. Just coming back to neutral. We can step or hop back up to the top of the mat. Big toes touching one another. Exhale, firm the thighs. Look towards the legs. Inhale, scoop the belly, arms come wide and up to prayer to the sky. Exhale, the hands come down. Beautiful. Inhale, hands reach up, lengthen. Exhale, proud open heart comes down towards the floor. Hands to the legs or the floor. Tuck the chin. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or hop back to downward facing dog. Good. Sorry, we're going to child's pose again. From here, we're going to set up after child's pose. We're going to stay right where we are, and we're going to try and come up to downward facing dog if you're able. So all of the bones in your hands sinking deep into the floor. Slide your shoulder blades down away from your ears towards your pelvis. I usually like to get people to bend their knees the first time. Try to lengthen through the tailbone as much as possible. So I don't want you to concentrate to begin with on your heels being on the floor. I want you to focus on as much length as possible from the fingertips to the sit bones. Deep breaths. Then keeping the sit bones reaching towards the sky, you can try to melt your heels down towards the floor. On this first one, just slowly walking side to side. but maintaining that length through the sit bones. Deep breaths. Good. Lifting up and back with the sit bones and then dropping the heels towards the floor. Good. Anyone who is used to doing Hindu push-ups or a pull through from here, you can do them from downward facing dog. I'm going to come into child's pose to show them. I'm just intending for this one to be a little bit gentler. So all we're going to do is imagine like we're diving kind of under a barbed wire as we come through. Elbows stay like they're part of your body. We're going to come into a gentle extension and then push back either to down dog or child's pose. Good. Inhale, elbows stay in close to you. Diving through, keeping the heart open, belly to the spine. And then come back, lengthen from the fingertips to the sit bones. Good. Inhale, let your breath move you. Good. Inhale, look between your hands. Step or hop up to the top of the mat. Exhale, look towards your legs. Inhale, arms come wide and up to prayer to the sky. Exhale, hands come down. Good. Let's just do chair a couple times here, just to warm up our legs a little bit more. So we're going to reach down, touch towards the floor, and reach up, arms towards the sky. Good. Standing tall. Good. Sitting down into your chair, reaching towards the floor. It's okay if you don't touch. And then the arms come up. Good. One more time. Beautiful. Good. Let's come into that chair position to go into our flow this time. So sitting down like you're sitting in a chair, arms come up. Good. Exhale, straighten the legs, scoop the belly, and swan dive down. Hands to the legs or the floor. Tuck your chin. Inhale, lengthen from the tailbone to the top of the head. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Step or hop back and lower down. We're coming all the way down to push up here, elbows by your side. Good. Energy through your toes, lengthening up. We're just going to come into a gentle extension. If you're used to full up dog, that's okay. Keeping the glutes tight, the belly lifted. Good. Coming back to either child's pose for a couple breaths or downward facing dog. Good. Nice deep breaths here. If you're in child's pose now, just try to come up to downward facing dog if you can. We're going to lift the right leg and just gently stretch it across towards the opposite shoulder. Good. Then we're going to bring the right leg up towards the right hand and place it on the mat. Beautiful. We're going to bring your right hand on the inside. We're going to inhale into world's greatest stretch, pushing through that back heel. And then exhale, thread the hand through, reach. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, the hand comes down to the floor, stepping back to child's pose or down dog, wherever you need to be here for a breath. Beautiful. Then back up to downward facing dog, finding that length from the fingertips to the sit bones. Left leg comes up and across towards the opposite shoulder. Good. Then we're going to use the abdominals to bring that leg. I don't even care if you have to use a hand, if you have to work it up a little bit, whatever you need to do to get it there. Hand comes on the inside. Good. Long from the tailbone to the top of the head. We're going to inhale, reach up. Making sure the abdominals are always strong to protect the back. Exhale, thread through. Inhale, reach up. Good. Exhale, the hand comes down. Stepping back to either down dog or child's pose for a breath. Knees can be soft and more interested in the length from the fingertips to the sit bones. Maintaining that length if you like. You can let the heels fall heavy towards the mat. Good, inhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Exhale, scoop the belly, let the head fall heavy, tuck the chin. Inhale, let's sit in our chair. Arms come up to prayer. Exhale, stand tall, release the arms. Beautiful. All right. We are going to step with our feet at least about one leg's length from one another for triangle pose. So if you're mirroring me, or if you're looking at me, it's easiest if you just imagine you're looking in a mirror. So turn your leg on this side in. So it'll be your opposite to me, but that's okay. So back leg turns in slightly, front leg turns out to the side wall. Good. Pushing equally into both feet, nice and strong. We're going to inhale, lengthen gently backwards, and then exhale. We're going to try to bring this hip back and only come down as far as you can, feeling like you're holding a broomstick, or like you could draw a straight line from your top fingertips through your shoulders to the bottom fingertips. So it's not necessarily how far you go down, but maintaining that good position. Nice deep breaths. You're pressing into both feet. The thighs are strong, lifting the kneecaps, abdominal strong. Come back to the breath. You can be looking straight ahead or up to that palm to the sky. Good, inhale, firm the thighs, come up. We're just going to turn the front leg now to the back leg, turning it in. Other one out to the side wall. Inhale, lengthening gently up. Exhale, imagine someone's pulling you forward. Your hands going forward, your pelvis is going back. Scoop the belly to the spine. Again, making sure you haven't folded forward. You could be flat against a wall here. Nice deep breaths. Good, inhale, firm the thighs, come back up. Exhale your hands to the waist. We're just gonna bring our feet just maybe a little bit closer together. We're gonna inhale our hands to shoulder height. Exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, lift the heart towards the sky. Exhale, hinging forward. Let's bring our hands wherever you're comfortable on your legs. So that could be behind the knees, the calves, the heels. Inhale, grow as tall as you can. And then exhale, hinging, scoop the belly, and just let the head relax towards the floor, looking towards your legs. You guys, if this is not okay for you, make sure you don't go upside down. Make sure you don't get dizzy, and if you do, make sure you look after yourself. Nice deep breaths. Good, inhale, growing taller. Exhale, bringing the top of the head a little bit closer to the floor. Good, inhale, flat back. Let's bring our hands underneath our shoulders, or kind of underneath our heart here. One hand comes right under the midline. Lengthen from the tail to the head. Turn on those abdominals and rotate. One hand reaches up towards the sky. Again, you can look to the side wall, or if it's okay for your neck, up towards that hand. Find your breath. Good, exhale, your hand comes down to the floor. Inhale, with length in the spine. We want to make sure we have a neutral spine as we're twisting. So it shouldn't feel like your tailbone is tucked between your legs. It should feel like you're really lengthening through the sit bones to the back wall. Good. Exhale. If it feels like you're not in that neutral position, you might have to either go further out or elevate on a block or something so that you can maintain a nice neutral, safe spine. Good. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the waist. Inhale, lengthening up towards the sky. Good. Exhale, relax the hands. We're going to go into a chest stretch here with an option to go forward. So inhale, arms go to the side. Exhale, bringing the hands behind you, interlacing, just like we do for a normal chest stretch. We're going to try to roll the shoulders open and bring the wrists together. Don't worry if that doesn't happen today. Lots of people are really have that tightness in the front of the shoulder from our posture, just sitting and rounding forward. So it's just really good to stretch this chest out and try to work towards getting those together. So you can stay here, or if you'd like, abs tight, legs firm, coming forward into a forward fold. Deep breaths. Good. Inhale. Press the feet deeply into the floor. Abdominals tight. Coming up. Gentle back bend. Good. Exhale, back up. Release the hands. Just give them a little shake. Beautiful. We are going to do just some balancing. So I'm going to choose my right leg. That's typically where I'm stronger. Depends on the day. All right. And you can use a kickstand if you need to. So that just means that foot's barely touching the floor, or you can try and have it off the floor. We're just going to hip hinge. Try to touch the floor. And then come back up. Squeeze the glute. Inhale, touching the floor. Exhale, standing up. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Try not to let that hip of the lifted leg go up to the sky. Try to keep it wrapping down and in. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Oh, what the heck? Let's do a little balance here as well. Unplanned. All right. So here, or if you want to challenge yourself today, let's see if Carrie can hold hers out. Deep breaths. Good. Just coming back and setting it down. Good. Shaking it out. Other side. So we're balancing now on the other side. Abs nice and tight. Again, you can feel your hips so that you can know, getting feedback if one's going up or not. So again, kickstand if you want to. Scoop the belly. We're going to soften the knees, lean forward, and come up. Nice proud chest. Inhale, exhale, stand tall, squeeze the glutes. 3, this hip wraps in. 4, you can always pay attention to what those toes back there are doing too. They should stay pointing towards the floor. 5, your back toes. 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Let's bring the knee up. Good. We can stay here. Just balancing, calming the mind, or if you want to choose to try, you can try and hold the leg out. Deep breaths. Good. Bending the leg and just sitting it back down to the floor. Shaking out those legs. Excellent. We are going to inhale up with the feet together. Exhale, scoop the belly. Hip hinge. Tuck the chin. Inhale, flat back, shoulders down towards the pelvis. Exhale, hands down. Let's step or hop back into plank position. Elbows by your side. Let's really slowly lower down. If you need to come to your knees here, come to the knees. We're just going to push up. Let's do 5 of these. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, push up, 2. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, push up, 3. Again, I'd rather better form on your knees than trying to struggle too much strain in the neck and shoulders from here. Oh, 1 for good luck. Beautiful. Good. Let's come to child's pose. Unless you want to do down dog, then you're welcome to come into down dog and stretch. Good. Up into our quadruped position on all fours. And we are just going to go all on one side. Just make sure your hands are right under your shoulders, knees right under your hips. Make sure that you're not locking your elbows out and scrunching your shoulders up towards your ears. Soft elbows, kind of bending them down and back towards the back corners of the room. And that frees the shoulders down your back. Nice, strong and stable through the shoulders. Keeping that, maintaining the gaze just out in front of you. Good. We're going to lengthen. It's easier if you turn that thumb up towards the sky in that hand up there. We're going to tuck, scoop the belly to the spine, and lengthen. 1, inhale, exhale 2, inhale, exhale 3, 4, 5, let's go to 8, 6, 7, 8. Excellent. Good. Even I am constantly reminding myself of the form the whole way through. All right. So lengthening, reaching as far as you can through the fingertips and through the toes, and scoop the belly up to the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, change my gaze, 8, good. Make sure you're looking down at the floor. Beautiful. Let's stretch back again, just lengthening through the spine, taking a couple deep cleansing breaths. Good. Let's come through in that Hindu push-up, diving under the fence again. Coming through, lengthening, opening the heart. Good. Stretching back one more time. And then we're going to come onto our back. We're going to work a little bit of core stuff here. So just going over some positioning of the pelvis. Again, kind of, some people skip over this and they don't really learn this part of things. So basically what I want you to do is just try and rock back and forth. So like you're tipping the pelvis towards you and then away from you. So rocking through, try not to push too much into the heels. Try to do it all with the core muscles. Rocking, so you're flattening the back as much as possible. And then the other way, you're dropping the tailbone towards the floor. You're not pressing into your feet a whole bunch, and you're trying to relax through the neck. So if you stop about halfway in between those two positions, where it feels like you have a nice little curve in the low back, your natural curve, but it doesn't feel like you're gripping there at all, and it feels like your sacrum, that triangle bone at the base of your pelvis, is sitting nice and stable onto the floor. This is basically what we call a nice neutral position. So the first exercise we're going to do in neutral, which is different than what most people are used to. Most people are used to, when they come up into a sit-up, letting the low back just fall into the floor. But this time, the objective of the ab prep is to try and maintain neutral while we come up. So I just want to tell you though, our next ab exercise is after this. We're going to have our legs up off the floor. So because that adds extra weight onto our core, we want to make sure that we get our core a little bit more of an advantage for most of us. Some people that are more advanced can work in neutral with their legs up off the floor, but I still have to for sure make sure that I'm in imprint in order to protect my low back or my lumbar spine. So all you do is, if you were to put your fingers on your hip bones, so your fingers on your hip bones, your thumbs on your ribs, laying in that nice neutral position. So feet are in line with your sit bones. All you're going to do is exhale and just imagine your hips moving a little bit closer to your ribs. So that gap between your finger and your thumb closes a little bit, and your low back flattens towards the mat. So again, low back flat, your abs are tight, there's no stress in your neck. Nice deep breaths. So when we're bringing our feet up off the mat and like our bicycles and that kind of thing, you really want to make sure that you are maintaining your imprint. If you can't, then I would back up, because you're going to do more harm potentially than good. So, all right. So that being said, always making sure your core is strong and your pelvic floor muscles are gently turned on. If you don't know about that, talk to me. All right. So, rocking back and forth, finding that nice, comfortable, neutral position. We're going to try and brace that or hold that. Easiest is with your hands down here. I'm going to do them with my hands here. So what we're going to do is trying not to drop the low back to the mat. Inhale, lengthen through the back of the neck. Exhale, slide your ribs to your hips. Inhale, looking at your knees, hold it there. Exhale, let the ribs come back away from the hips and come back down. Good. Inhale, lengthen through the back of the neck. Exhale, slide the ribs to the hips, come up as high as you can, keeping a neutral spine. Inhale to stay. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, slide the ribs to the hips, check the low back, make sure you haven't squished what's underneath there, and slowly release back down. Inhale, tuck the chin to protect the neck. Exhale, coming off. Make sure you don't jam it. You should still have a little space underneath the chin. Lower back down. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. We're going to come over onto our stomach. And we're just going to let's do a breaststroke prep here with hands. We're going to glue our hands to our forehead. Energy through the toes. I want your legs to be wide enough that your pubic bone is on the mat. Scooping the belly up like imagining it's coming up off the floor. So we're lengthening through the low back, so we're not crunching into the lumbar spine. We're going to inhale, slowly slide the shoulders down away from the ears, keeping the feet on the floor. We're going to exhale about 1 inch off the floor, not high. Keeping the shoulders nice and stable, and exhale, come back down. We're going to inhale, slide the shoulders down. Exhale, lifting about 1 inch off the floor. Inhale to stay. Exhale, release down. Good. Inhale, slide the shoulders down. Exhale. Again, going for length, not height. This one, you're only about 1 inch off the floor and you're holding. Lower back down. Good. Inhale, slide the shoulders down. Exhale. Good, and lower back down. Good. Let's just do this one here too, because I don't think we can't get enough extension. We're forward flexing a lot. So make sure still pubic bone is heavy. Your belly is lifting away from the mat, almost like you're tucking your tailbone down towards your pubic bone. Good. On this one, we're going to imagine we've got a marble right here. And when we come up, we're going to try and roll it away. So we're going to inhale, slide the shoulders down away from your ears. And then exhale, imagine we're rolling the marble away, just coming up as high as you're comfortable. Good. Inhale to stay. Exhale, 1 vertebrae at a time. We're laying back down towards the floor. Good. Let's take it to 2 breaths. Inhale, roll the marble out, shoulders down, just up into a gentle extension. No stress in the shoulders. Exhale, down. Good. Inhale, shoulders down the back. Exhale. Good. 1 more. Scoop the belly, tuck the tailbone, lift. Exhale. Good. Coming back into shell stretch. So like child's pose, only we're rounding more here. Rounding into a cat stretch as we come back. Nice deep breaths. Good, then coming up. Marvelous. All right. Let's come onto our back. Hopefully you guys can see me okay here. Have to angle a little bit to fit. All right, so we're gonna do rolling like a ball. If you're not comfortable rolling, let's just do a couple rollbacks just in case you're not comfortable rolling. They're good too. All right, so hands are like they're gonna be level with the floor the entire time. Nice and broad across the collarbones. We're going to inhale to prepare. And as we exhale, we're going to scoop and imagine we're pulling our tailbone towards our heels and rounding as much as possible. We're only going to go back as far as we can, keeping rounding. So ribs getting closer to the hips. And then we're going to dive back up and over. Hands stay level. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, scoop, tailbone to the heels, rounding the back. Inhale to stay. Make sure you don't straighten here. Increase the curve to dive up and over. Inhale to stay. Exhale, stay wide. Arms come wide like they're on a table. Inhale. Exhale. Dive back up and over. Good. You can stay with that for longer if you're not comfortable rolling and rolling like a ball. Otherwise, we're going to balance in a ball position and trying not to hold. We're just trying to maintain this position. You scoop. Inhale. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just go to 8. 6, and we're going to go right into single leg stretches. 7, 8. Good. Take one leg. Come just off the floor. We're imprinted. Let's switch. Inhale, exhale. 2, 3. Make sure your shoulder blades are off the floor. 5, looking at the knees. 6, belly button to the spine. 7, pelvic floor lifted. 8, oh gosh, let's do 9. Let's do 10. Beautiful. All right, let's relax the head for a moment. I'll show you 2 options. First of all, we're just going to start with the upper body. Stay with the upper body if that's best for you. We're going to inhale, lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, flex up, slide the ribs to the hips. Okay, the upper body is just like this. It's like we're going to take our hat off, okay? Make sure you don't lose sight of your hands. If they're back here, you're going to strain the neck, okay? So make sure your shoulder blades are up off. You're really tucked, ribs to hips. Good. We're going to exhale. Imagine you're taking off your hat. Inhale, pull it back. Exhale, take off your hat. Inhale, pull it back. Don't let yourself go down. Arms reach up, but the other part of your body doesn't change. Let's go 4 more if you want to add legs. Good. Try not to lengthen. 3. The spine. 2. Good. Let's do 1 more. Lengthen. Come around. Good. You can do this next one with the head down or the head up. We're going to go to scissors. So legs lengthen. Let's go over the legs before we bring the upper body up off the floor. So ideally we're not moving the hips at all from side to side. The spine is staying completely stable. The same length from rib to hip on both sides the whole time. Low back in the mat. Good. We're not pulling on the leg. We're just guiding it. This leg drops, then drops a little further. They switch out about 45. Drop, drop a little further. Inhale, exhale, exhale. All right, easy peasy. All right, let's try for 10 each side. Inhale, lengthen the back of the neck. Break anytime you need to. Exhale, come up, straighten the legs. Inhale, start to drop. Good, try to make it longer every time. 3, 4, belly to the spine. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. All right, let's bring the feet to the floor. Make sure your feet are in line with your sit bones. Lots of times when we're doing hip bridges, people kind of bring the foot to the middle to make it a little bit easier, but we want to make sure that the feet stay in line with the sit bones, especially if you're doing one leg at a time, okay? So we're going to do either 10 each side or 10 with both feet on the floor. Take a little rest, do 10 again, okay? So you choose 2 feet or 1 foot. I'm just going to bring one leg up. Let's go to tabletop. The other one is going to lift and lower. 1, 2, 3. Good. Squeeze the glute. 4, 5, 6, 7. Really tucking the tailbone. 8, 9. You can even lift the toes. Just press into the heel. Good. Good. Take a little moment. You're either doing them the same, just 10 more, or we're going to the other leg. All right. Foot in line with the sit bone. Here we go. Exhale. Good. Sometimes I like to feel this hip, feel it pushing up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. I was going to do just reverse curls, so I'm going to show those and then we'll do the full, I forget exactly what it's called. Full over the top if anyone wants to, because I think it's kind of fun. Just make sure if you're going all the way over, you do not go on your neck, okay? So if you're going all the way over, I don't know how I'm going to have room. All the way over, make sure you're only coming onto your shoulders, all right? So first off, anybody who wants to, it's just a beautiful reverse curl. Exhale, inhale, controlling the way down, okay? So here's the other one. Make sure the low back stays imprinted. Legs go out on a diagonal. We separate the legs, shoot them over so that they're parallel with the floor. Make sure you do not look side to side. Look straight up to the sky. Good. Let's bring the feet together, flex them, and slowly, 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 like someone's holding your feet, try to come down 1 vertebrae at a time. You can drop your legs on as much of an angle as you can, maintaining your imprint of your flat back in the floor. Separate the legs, point your toes, send them over to parallel. Good. Bring your feet together, flex them slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time, letting yourself down. Don't let your head come off the floor. Good. On an angle, low back stays in the floor. Separate and point. Send them over. Bring them together, feet flat. Slowly come down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Good. Let's reverse what we're doing with the feet. So they're on an angle, together. Send them over. Flex the feet. Wide, just shoulder width. Slowly melt back down to the floor. Head and neck relaxed. Exhaling when it's hard. Good. On an angle, as low as you can. Keep the low back down. Bring the feet together, point them, send them over. Good. Separate them to shoulder width. Flex the feet. Control. Down to the floor. Good. One more time. Bring them together, point them. Exhale. Send them over. Inhale, separate, flex. Exhale. Keep the head heavy. Good. Beautiful. Excellent. All right. We're just going to come over onto our hands and knees and do one more. There's so many good ones, but don't want to keep you all day. So we will just come to our leg pull front prep. So hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. So lots of you know this position as like beast or leopard, depending on what you do. So again, elbows are soft, kind of bent back towards the back corners of the room. Gaze is just out in front, nice neutral spine. We're going to come up and hover. Good. If this is hard, feel free to stay here. Okay, the next step is we're just going to unweight one leg. Try not to change anything else. Then set it back down. Good. Unweight one leg. Then set it back down. Beautiful. If that was easy, making sure your feet are hip width apart. If that was easy, you can make sure that the leg stays bent at 90. Lift the leg up. Set it back down. Good. Like you're pushing the heel to the sky. Make sure that other knee doesn't lift. Back down. Good. Back down. Good. Squeeze. Back down. Let's do 4 more. 3 more. 2. Last one. Beautiful. One more time in child's pose. It's a nice feel good stretch. Deep breaths. Good. Slowly sitting on your heels and stacking yourself up 1 vertebrae at a time. Scoop the belly, the shoulders and head be heavy till the end. Then come tall, open the heart and be proud. Good, a nice cleansing smile. All right, finishing up just on our backs. Let's just pull our knees in. Take some deep breaths. You're gonna do gentle circles. One direction and then the other. Just letting the low back completely relax. Good. Let's do another hamstring stretch here because so many people can use another hamstring stretch. I would really, really encourage you, if you're at home, to get a strap so that you can straighten the leg, maintaining a nice neutral spine. Make sure you're not letting one side of the pelvis come up. Most people need a strap here to keep the leg straight. Deep breaths. Trying to draw the toes to the nose. Remember, it's not how high the leg is. I'd rather it be straight. Good. Let's go into, some people call it figure four. I call it just a supine pigeon. So ankle across the thigh. Make sure it's not up. Make sure it's right across. And I always tell people, if you feel a stretch in the hip here, stay there. Don't go any farther. If you don't feel it, just bring the thigh in, reach between the legs and hold on. Nice deep breaths. You should get a nice stretch in that one hip of the knee that's pointing to the side. Good, relax, breathe. Good, your left foot comes back down to the floor. We're going to come into a spine twist here, just being really careful if you have any back problems. The same arm as leg that's up comes out. Other arm comes across the body to pull the knee across. Look over the fingertips away from the leg. Nice deep breaths. Good, releasing the hand, abdominal strong, slowly coming back to center. Other leg reaches out long along the mat. Pull the knee in towards you. Good, then lengthen the leg towards the sky. Again, making sure that we're not hiking the hip on that side. Trying to get that leg straight. Push through the heel, draw the toes to the nose. Always noticing, just taking note of how it feels today, or if you feel different from one side to the other. Always trying to go for balance. But it's definitely common that we're tighter on one side. Good. Almost imagine pulling the leg out of the hip joint towards the sky and then gently towards you a little bit more. Good. Coming into that figure four or supine pigeon, ankle across the thigh. Use the hands if you need to get that foot up so it's not going to fall off the knee. Again, with your hips nice and square here. If you feel the stretch here, just stay here and breathe. No judgment, just be where you are and know that's where you're supposed to be today. If you can, or you feel like it's for you today, bring the leg up off the floor. Still trying to let the tailbone heavy towards the mat. Making sure you haven't hiked a hip on one side, everything's sitting nice and square. Your neck is soft. Your jaw is soft, your lips are soft, your tongue is soft. Good, relaxing that foot down towards the floor. The same hand as the knee that's up and across comes out to the side. The other hand takes the knee, guiding it across the body Gently drift your gaze the opposite direction of the leg over your fingertips. Breathe. Good. Slowly releasing the hand to the floor, strong through the abdominals as you come back to center. We're going to let the legs just be long along the mat. Arms overhead. Let's just stretch as tall as you possibly can. Nice deep breaths. Good. Let's just bring the arms just out from your side. Just let your feet fall away from one another and relax. Good. Let your fingers gently curl. No longer controlling your breath, just letting your breath be completely natural. And letting every exhale sink you deeper into the floor. Good. Just bringing your attention down to your toes, to your feet and your ankles. Just trying to relax them completely, softening through the feet and the ankles. Relaxing from your ankles to your knees. Completely letting go, a sense of though the muscles is draping away from the bones. Relax through the knees and let that relaxation slowly come up through the thighs and into your pelvis. Feeling a sense of openness and softness in your pelvis. Good, relaxing through the belly. Just feeling the belly rise and fall with every breath that comes in and out of the body. Feeling that wave of relaxation from the breath coming from the belly up towards the rib cage and into your shoulders. Feel your shoulders fall heavier into the floor. Good, relax the upper arms into the elbows. Soften the muscles from the elbows down into your forearms and your wrists. Relax every muscle in your hand, all the muscles in your hands and your fingers. Good. And relaxing your face completely, imagining almost as though your face is melting. Melting a little bit more with every exhale. Relaxing through your temples, through your eyes and your nose. All the tension melts away from in your mouth. Your whole body completely relaxed. So just watch your breath coming in and going out. Good. If you want to, for the next couple of breaths, just bring your hands to your lower abdomen and just feel how on the inhale, the belly blows up like a balloon. And on the exhale, everything funnels back down to center. Good. Making sure throughout the day that we're breathing into our bellies. Nice deep breaths. Exhale through the mouth. You should be able to breathe here, staying nice and relaxed in the ribs and in the neck. Good. Last time. Strong exhale. Gently start to move your toes. You can wiggle your fingers. Move however you find comfortable. And then just come on over to your side. You can rest here for as long as you need to or you want to. Or you can put your hand down, come up. And just come to sitting position. So it's good for us to practice relaxing too. I know a lot of us, for me, I spend a lot of time doing the high impact stuff. And sometimes for us people, it's harder to actually get ourselves to stay there and relax. So it's actually a challenge to actually find that relaxation instead of going all the time. If it works for you to do the whole workout, that's awesome. If it works for you to just do a few of the stretches, you're going to benefit from whatever you can do as long as it feels good. And like I say, nothing hurts. Just look after yourself. And let me know if you have any feedback. Take care, guys. Love ya.